It's been a freaking hot minute since we've done a Game Talk live. I got Warwu1f
It's
here in
been
chat.
80 years.
Yeah, 5 years later. We're gonna do it on Hades. I played this game on the Switch. That's when I first got into it.
The
It was kind
actual
of
official name is Hades, but yes.
Hades. Okay, my bad. My bad. But I put it on the Switch. It was okay on the Switch. I come over here onto the console, got it back here on the console, and started playing it. And dude, it's like I have so much better control over
Did
it.
it run at 30 FPS or was it 60 on the Switch?
I don't know what the hell it ran out on the Switch. It looks about the same. So
Is it smoother over here, like visually, or is it?
it feels like it. The controls feel so much more fluid
It's probably
because
like
I don't have my sticks are like right there in front of me and not across the damn console. Even on a controller, it felt.
Yeah, that is one of those things about the Switch with the analog because the stubby switch. So I don't know, I don't want stubby switch. Actually, I'm gonna try this.
But essentially, this is one of those. I don't know what they're called. What the hell is the damn genre of this? Is it roguelike or?
It's a roguelike.
Okay, so if you want to know what roguelite is, it's be similar games to this would be like the PS5 Returnal, over on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, fucking what the hell is I can't even now. Binding of Isaac, and the other one I played, Bullet Hell, not Bullet Hell.
Oh, this is such a great
Gun
start
something. I don't know. It's a real pain in the ass game. That's why I don't remember it. But essentially, in this one, you are Zagreus, the son of Hades, and
What do I get?
Persephone, was it?
Persephone is the... Or is it? Oh god, now you're getting out. Names! Okay.
I think it is.
So it is Zagreus, son of Hades, seeks to escape his father's realm in the underworld. He's aided by his adopted mother Nyx, who gives him a special mirror that empowers him with various abilities via collecting darkness. On the way, you go against the Furies, Marjorie? Megary.
Megatherium.
Zagreus' ex-lover, later on, her sisters Alecto and Persephone. Eventually, Zagreus wishes to escape the underworld to find Persephone. That is Persephone. I thought Persephone was the. It is. I've stuck with names, so you got me there.
Yeah.
What the hell is the one I'm trying to think of then? The goddess of love.
Aphrodite.
Aphrodite. There we go. Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay,
Fuck these guys. Right now I'm currently on the 3rd floor of hell, and I'm using the shield weapon.
And he's playing Hades.
Fucking. Yeah. Okay, excuse me. The 3rd level of Hades, or the underworld, whatever you want to call it. The shit, it gets rough. It definitely gets harder as you go through each encounter, as they call it, the room that you clear. You get either one single door, where it'll show you what reward you get, or a set of doors, two to three, so you get to make your choice, and it'll show you what rewards you can get. Like I'll show you right here. See, I've got 2 rewards here. I can go see Charon, the fairy of the dead. He sells you shit. Or I can go get this Palm of Power, which will upgrade my current buffs that I got from the gods. You'll get buffs from the gods you go to. It's all RNG. You're never guaranteed the same thing twice.
Yeah, so to get down to the basics of the combat, it is a top-down game, as you can see, and then this right here is the roguelike experience of it, where the RNG kicks in of which abilities on which runs you like to get. So no two runs are the same, and I strongly repeat that no two runs are ever the same. Depending on which weapon you go with, there's a wide selection variety of weapons.
Each weapon you get, which gods will you get boons from, what boons they will offer you. Like I got really lucked out because I got Aphrodite, I got weakness on my special. Each weapon has a special attack, a charge,
and a secondary attack. Yeah, well, charge,
and
secondary.
then you got your dodge, you got your shoot, which will shoot your little crystals. And I think if you hit enemies with the crystals, I got a boon that does laser beam, drops them and they do laser beams. These things right here. If you hit enemies with them, it sticks to them and you do extra damage to them.
Yeah, that's a newest update then, because I've never seen that before.
What, you've never seen that? That's the meter.
Yeah, but that's new. That they didn't have that before.
I was gonna say you haven't even been to Hades yet, so you won't. The first time you get the meter is like after you make it to him. And this is the boss fight for the 3rd floor. It is by far, next to the final boss fight with Hades, one of the most pain-in-the-ass boss fights in this game. It really,
it's a double boss fight.
Like I got the blade rip going from Ares when I dodge. I got little arrows.
So yes, all his abilities are all RNG abilities, but so you can somewhat manipulate on which abilities that you are getting dropped with other fact on which weapons will spawn in have a higher chance of certain gods to come in to use their abilities.
Yes, if you give the gods, when like you get your little god offering thing, you have a nectar on you, you can offer it to them and they'll give you an item. Like a little trinket.
And that's very important to do.
Yep. And you can use that trinket to increase your chance of getting that specific god to give you boons, and it'll also increase the rarity of boons from said god. I am
even more so,
wasting my beam right now. The target
that is one build that you can do. My build is always go with the extra life.
Yep, that's what I do.
Stuff like that. So there's abilities to where if you bomb left-hand corner down there's like little circles that have little red in them. Those are your death defiance. So basically your life that you get 3 tries and then you're out. But when you start off, you don't have a chance. So you have to. So starting off, you will die multiple times.
Yep. It's all about like at the beginning of the hell of a fucking grind. You'll be lucky if you can beat the first
very kind of
fight.
Souls-like. Very kind of Souls-like in just the fact that like you are definitely being tested, and then the RNG kicks in, and as soon as you figure out the route of like, okay, if I use this god's power with this god's power, and make sure to put each of them on the different abilities. So you can have god abilities put onto your dash. You can have one put onto your special.
Yep. And here goes him. This fight, I always take down the bull first. Because this guy,
you can supercharge it.
He's a freaking god that summons a god to fucking lend him their power. Their power, which can be a real pain in the ass, you're still fighting the bull with him. The bull, you've really got to be quick dodging him. He hurts.
Again, like just because you have a game plan doesn't mean you're going to have that same game plan every time.
Like this one, I've gotten super lucky at all my boons.
Sometimes you'll have a run and it makes you totally have to switch up on your attack pattern and the way you're thinking about having to go into the fight. Just because the RNG gives you a totally different build.
That ought to shut them up.
Oh, and the shield, I have to say, the shield is really cheap. Because you do this, and you get like an ultimate block. You can turn it around, and then you go...
Oh, yeah. The shield was the first... If you plug a fight stick in with that shield, it's like a cheat code basically.
The worst is yet
Oh,
to
now you're gonna
come.
give me spoilers. I've never been this far.
Oops. Damn, I was really hoping they'd give me an... Oh, I wouldn't have had enough anyways.
I really hate to say this,
Page in full.
but I think you should also run back to the main base too sometime, just to make sure that. Wow.
There you go. Jesus, it is not a Frostbite stream without a bot.
Sorry, choking on air over here. Whew. Okay. Sorry, gotta get my composure because I have to.
Well, yeah, I will run back, but I've got 2 Death Defiances, and I'm coming up on the final boss.
Okay. Here we go. Loading back. Aiming down the sights. And live on video on the Game Talk. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Shot him. Shot him right out of the chat. They got banned. Oh, you can't see it on the video though.
No.
Just know that that bot got
you didn't do all the
shotted
typing.
out.
But yeah, once you reach this floor, obviously your merchant's here. He offers you a bunch of stuff. Again, everything he offers normally is RNG. Normally, most of the time it'll be like a god, a palm, or a Ceratosaur heart, and a healing item. 90% of the time. But
Father must have put you up to this.
here's where you have to defeat the doggo. In air quotes there.
All these tunnels.
And you get these lovely rooms you get to pick from. And one of them will have the item you need to defeat the doggo. Ow! Ow! Ooh! Case expert over here, really? What did you fall out of chat?
What? Yeah, you're doing the Hades expert. I didn't want to interrupt you.
This area is a pain in the ass because there's these guys, there's the rats and shit that can poison you. And if you get hit by poison, you gotta run over here to the little dryad sitting in the spa here to heal to remove the poison. Jesus Christ, really?
Yeah, it's Hades is, I mean, it's top tier actually. In all honesty, it's for when for the last year I think it came out. It was probably one of the games of the year, but it's just. It came and it went. It's really funny though that they have actually a big shout out to the guys over at No Clip Documentaries. They did a great, fantastic series. Go check out No Clip Documentaries over on YouTube. They did a great thing of like following the game through its development cycle, through the release, and also in the first major patch updates. And you can actually see the developers in real time working on, watching the live streamers playing this game and figuring out, who's using what builds, what's being overused, what's being underused. But Hades was one of the first times where you really got to see like the full thing of how a game is developed and released. Because usually you get the developer documentaries, but you don't get the behind the scenes, like how special it is. And I think this was one of the first times I ever seen that aspect of it. I applaud Danny and the notes that he did, and also the Super Giant game for letting them actually document that. It was great seeing just like how much care and process of everything of like daily actions.
Nope.
Their whole list of everything that they were working on to try and put out there.
Nope. Damn it.
And again, this game also is not a one and done. There is still development being put into this. There's still, different. It's not paid DLC. It's just patch updates. Basically, just to add stuff to this and to fix some stuff that of course, when they add something else breaks. That's just part of game design. But yeah, they're always adding new stuff to this, which I think is pretty cool. And it's for free. It's just title updates that they're doing. But yeah, you can see on each one of these doors, you can actually make it kind of a game plan of like if you want more money to go and buy stuff out of the shop that is back at home base, you can actually do like a couple runs where you're just going to run. And then you can also get one of the trinkets that will drop money in different places, or a lot of times the enemies will drop the cash on the floor too. On the flip side of that, you can also go for like runs for like the darkness that is back here, upgrade basically even more. It all depends on what what you're doing at that time, and then you can also go for the runs that like if you think you have a good run, a good solid like build of your character and your weapons upgrade and everything, then you can actually take the cash also and you buy different abilities.
Oh no!
And you never know when one of the abilities is going to pop up where it's like, oh, I really need to, I really need to buy me a health pack or whatever. Usually the way I do it is I like to run through with like a good chunk of change, and then I will start to like look at going through and buying health packs and talking. There she is. And then we got Artemis over there also. So a lot of the gods.
This is a double up. This is
I
got Artemis
War and
Aphrodite in one.
But a lot of it's just all Greek mythology gods. Pretty sure, yeah, Greek mythology gods. So if you played either God of War over the years, or if you played like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, then you'll have seen a lot of these gods. Or the other, what's the other one called? They're by Ubisoft. The other,
Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
The cartoon, no, the one that came out next to Odyssey, that's that cartoony version of Odyssey. I forget what the hell it's called now.
I know there's another one that came out that was like a Zelda-esque kind of clone where you're helping the gods and stuff. I forgot the name of that one too.
Yeah, I think that's the one I think you're talking about the same one I'm talking about. It was basically this Odyssey. It was a clone of Odyssey, but with different characters. But yeah, anyways, so like I said, you can actually pick and choose your destination path, but the RNG still kicks in to where it's like whether or not you're going to have the exact abilities that you want is up to RNG. And so then you have to get...
He's fine. Just give him a bag of treats and he's like, alright, you can go through.
Yep, that's good old
and here is the big bad boss of the game. Just because you beat him once doesn't mean you beat the game. I think you gotta beat the game, what, 10 times?
So this is not this is not technically spoilers, because there is multiple endings to this. And no matter how many times I've seen people actually finish this damn game, they still get new endings. They still get new conversations. And every single thing on this, as you've been hearing all the way through, is all voice acting.
No mournful speeches. Now get out of my way.
You impertinent brat. Fine. Impulsiveness runs in the family.
Shut up.
So yeah, it's actually pretty good voice acting throughout the whole game. And like I said, we're ignoring the dialogue.
I'm totally like
that makes room for all the dialogue. The craziest thing about the dialogue, from what I heard, is that I can't remember if this was in the
I can totally cheese this fight right now.
But
I can cheese it so fucking hard to get my first win.
Where'd he go?
I'm trying to like talk, and I'm interrupting my damn train of thought.
Go ahead.
So, from what I heard, is that there's like 1 or 2 people doing voice acting in this game. All the voices that are in here is done by like the same like 2 or 3 people. And then the audio, so basically one of the people that does the voice acting in this, I guess, is also the audio designer and the guy who made all the soundtrack on this. So that's pretty crazy on the production side. It's just an indie studio. These are the same ones that made the Super Giant. They made Bastion, Transistor, Higher. And Hades was like the, the combination of all the hard work finally, like this is like the they really wanted to make. Unfortunately, there was an incident. So when all the political George Floyd protest riot stuff was going on and everything, the Supergiant Studios is based out of San Francisco, and unfortunately, some people broke into Supergiant game studios and actually stole. They didn't steal anything except the instruments off the wall. So all the instruments that you hear for like the theme song and everything, unfortunately, you're never going to hear those actual theme songs again. Play on those instruments for no guys.
That's on yourself.
I really wish I had a Death Defiance.
Why do you wish to die repeatedly like this?
There you go. Okay. You're just concentrating on Mike.
Yeah, I'm concentrating really hard. I'm trying to cheese this using my shield. I'm fucking up horribly. Because I got my lasers that target me specifically. So I can get behind him and sit there with a shield up and just block everything. And let the laser beams. Yep, he got me. Damn! I wish I would have thought of that ahead of time. If I would have thought of that in the previous fight, I could have fucking wrecked both of them. Damn, I didn't think of that. Yeah, it's just stupid combos like that you don't think of until they trigger, and you're like, "Wow, I could have done that." Okay, next time that happens, I can do that.
Gives you the one more. That's the beauty of Hades. It's like, okay, if this next one, if I take this build and try and get these power ups and whatnot, and actually put it all together, I might just be able to clear out. So this is home base. This is where you'll end up starting out and checking everything out in here. You can actually go up and you can gift cider. You can like pet the doggo.
I was just about to say that. Two best parts about this game.
Free.
You can pet the doggo and go fishing. And the one mores. Like sometimes you just can't put the game down because you're just like, I almost had him. I can do it again.
Plus, on top of that too, like everybody has dialogue. Everybody you can talk to in this thing, and then everybody who has dialogue, you can also give the nectar to, and like get the trinkets. And that's what we were talking about earlier. So if you go through it, so here's another form of currency that's in here. If you go through and get the diamonds, or the gems, I think it's called, you can actually use the gemstones to refurnish the main house here and unlock even more stuff. Not only in this house, because you can customize the house, and you can also unlock different chambers.
The Great Hall, the West Hall, the Lounge.
Yeah.
Your place.
You can also... You can unlock stuff for on your journey through all the different levels. You can unlock different chambers that you end up running into. So you can get like an extra chamber that has a well of health. You can unlock another one that has like a bunch of gold in it, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
There's a bunch of different things.
Codex. You can unlock, so you have fountains and all the floors where you can heal. You get a fountain chamber if you're lucky. This
game starts out...
More collectible shit.
Game starts out kind of hard, and then just the farther you're getting into it, the more easier and easier it gets. So it's kind of like the difficulty scales with the amount of time that's put into it, which again brings in the one more one more. If I do one more run, maybe I can unlock this next thing over here to make everything a lot easier. And if I do one more run, then maybe that next run, because it just made everything easier, I can go get a little bit farther and everything. There's a storefront there too, to where if you have enough of any of the currencies that are in the game, you can actually unlock different stuff.
And you get the fishing rod, you'll get random. Hopefully, in your run-throughs, you get a chance to go fishing. And you bring the fish back to the chef, and he gives you stuff.
Those shades are always milling about.
I didn't actually know that.
Yep, and these shades sometimes they'll have little conversations. You can check on them, see how they died. Like a couple runs ago, I had one. He was sitting over here in the corner, and they were talking. I don't know what they said, but he died by fall damage, and I'm just like, that's fucking too true. Here's the mirror where you use your darkness to upgrade stuff. You can see this one right here, Death Defiance. That's when you get. You can buy those. You can buy up to 3 of them, then you can use Skelly's Tooth for a 4th one.
So what my kind of advice for this, do darkness runs first to get up all your stats some, and then start like banking up your, and like you'll bank up your cash as you're going through, but like focus on whenever the doorways are like extra dark over here or extra darkness, go in for that darkness to get all the upgrades. Now, so with these different, so you do have 2 separate lists. You can only use one at a time on each side. If you notice that, like one of them will say reduce move speed and damage of foes. When you hit them with the special. If you flip it over to the other one, then they'll say like a different version of that ability.
My power grows.
So 50% damage, dodge chance, and then I don't know what the other flip side of that was. I can't remember now, but. Yeah, this whole list, once you get stuff accomplished, then you get like big rewards. This list right here, which is
the biggest one right
here. All right. You don't get too much out of this list though. That's the one thing where I was like, I kind of wish you got a little bit more.
Foes. Restore some of your health when you collect. Sensor does equip per rank. That's why I'm getting 3 health. Death Defiance, Stubborn Defiance, restores 30% instead of dying when you die. Total is depleted 1 time per chamber. Infernal Soul. This you'll regenerate it faster.
So again, like whichever one of these that you lock in is just that. Like you can't use both sides of the list at once. You can only use one or the other. Which I was like, yeah, man.
Yeah. So you can kind of customize your runs.
Pretty sure they have not. That's the other thing too. The release of this game was kind of something else too. So the release of this game,
that's a new one.
It was put out as a early access title on Steam, if I'm not mistaken, and yeah, it was announced in 2018, December 2018, and confirmed as one of the first third-party titles to be offered by a newly announced Epic Games Store. According to Jeff Keighley, the host and organizer of the Game Awards. So they approached them at the DICE Summits in February about Hades and their intention to release as an early access title on the same day of the Game Awards. So that was... This game feels like it's had like 3 different releases. First, early access, where everybody just started like really getting, they're really getting hyped up for this, and rightfully so. And I was just like, okay. And you know me, I'm not that big in the indie games, so to me, I'm just like, it's going to be one of these games that's like it's around for a little while, and you hear some stuff about it, and it's going to probably go away. It didn't go away. It just kept getting bigger. I'm like, okay, what the fuck is this Hades thing? Because it's kind of sounding cool. And then it finally, when it did the full-on release, timed exclusive on the Epic Games Store, later released to Steam in December 2019. Sorry. So when it hit Steam in 2019, that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna check this out. It came out early access in September 2020 with the release of the Switch version of it also,
Stygius.
and then through cross save between
Revealing your
Windows and Switch
past.
versions. Had been planned, but
I just figured out how to do
Supergiant had to pull it off until a patch that was released in December.
Ready to
And
go.
then just recently, March 19, 2021, they finally got it onto all consoles. So, yeah, Hades is a relatively new title, in all honesty. Like, it's been out since 2018, but overall, for like every console release, it's relatively new. So yeah, you can see all the different weapons right here. There's a pretty decent amount of different stuff that you can use. You have the bow and arrow, you have a gun, the gauntlets are faster, but not quite as powerful, but speed versus power basically. The spear has a long range to it, the bow and arrow also has a long range to it, but you can't move with them as well. So there's different trade-offs that you get for different weapons. You can actually customize the look of these weapons by unlocking the different, tiers of them and such.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
You got
see,
Skelly
now you
here,
have,
he's your
gold,
training dummy.
you have like gold gauntlets. You can actually romance Scully too. Skelly.
Yep. And you got your
Which is
collection
really
of
funny.
baubles here that you collect by like each one of them that you
These are
give
your trinkets that we've been talking about.
Yep. You give each person, you give them at least one nectar, they'll give you a trinket. Like Skelly, obviously. Skelly's probably the first one you want to give to, so you can get the lucky tooth. Obviously. Cerebus will give you bonus health. This one, I forgot who the fuck. I think this is the dude that's chilling over in the corner, the spear dude. He gives you that. The guy that's constantly pushing the boulder up the ramp and can't quite do it, he gives you this one. There's a lot of different characters from across Greek mythology in here.
The other part of this too is it's fully RNG whether or not you're going to run into these characters, because when each run that you do, the characters might not be in the same spot, or you might not even see them at all in the full run. So dude with the boulder, you might not ever encounter him, but you might end up talking with the sister later on, Marjorie or whatever her name is. You might end up like talking to her after you beat her. She might not even be there. Also, like usually she's there once you beat her, but you're never guaranteed that you're actually going to face off again. The other thing that I kept screwing up too was like before you go to talk to the gods, you have to hit a nectar before you pop the speech bubble on there to get the ability and whatnot. So just remember that another kind of tip on this is always talk, if you have a nectar, always give it to the gods before you talk to them. And it's also separate dialogue too for when you give them the nectar. Like you have 2 separate dialogues for all of them. Like, again, the story running on this is actually really good, but there's also a tremendous amount of it. Every time you turn around a corner, there's more. It's either Zangrius talking to himself, or he's talking to the
He'll
gods.
talk to the narrator.
Yeah, the narrator. Hades also will stop the action once in a while and be like, "Here's the lesson, boy." Which was really funny because that was one of my first jokes when Hades launched on the PC. I'm just like, so when are we going to get the PC mod where fucking Ares is turned into Kratos? And somebody made art of it, but nobody ever actually. I don't think anybody ever made like an actual mod of it. I was like, that'd be really crazy. Hello, boy. He's like, he's like talking to him. Dagger.
Take this!
Hades thinks he's badass. I will show him.
Yeah. Whooped his ass once, I'll do it again.
So now right there you had a basically the fork in the road of like which direction do you want to go in? Do you want to get the power up of Persephone, or do you want to get the power up of Artemis?
Lady Demeter.
And then again, depending on which weapons that you're using. Oh, is it Lady Demeter? Oh, sorry. Oh, I've never seen her before. Huh. She might be new.
Cooled me off.
Nope.
Unless you have to like clear the game.
You gotta make it all the way to Hades. Once you make it
okay.
to Hades,
Alright.
or Hades the first time, Hades, what? Hades, however the hell you guys want to pronounce
Hades.
them.
Jeez. It's
It's
Hades.
pronounced both ways.
Not really. I've only ever heard Hades. You're the first person I've ever heard tell it. I thought you were just using
class in
slang.
high school for fucking mythology and stuff.
I have no idea. I've never heard that. I've never heard that in God of War. I've never heard that in Assassin's Creed. I've never even heard that in fucking, I don't know, any of, like, even the mythology fucking videos never say Hades.
I guess everybody calls him Hades. Whatever. But once you make it to him the first time, that's when she makes her first appearance. When you're starting your run. This is a new mini boss. You get like each zone has its own mini boss, and it's completely random which one you'll have. This one has.
Oh, we forgot to do the thing. We totally forgot to do the thing. How do you pronounce it? Tell us in chat. Post in chat how you say it. Hades or Hades? Okay. Sorry, I had to do the thing. Just go to YouTube. Hi, YouTube.
Yes, you also get calls too from the gods. There's like your special power up, like you saw in
The most violent.
my last run. I had the one from
I call upon the gods of Olympus.
yeah, basically. I had the one from Ares, which turns you into basically a spinning blade. Which that one I between that one and Zeus's are the two I like the most.
And then Kratos came in. He's like amateur hour.
Right? Why won't you die? The gauntlet's kind of cheap too because if you get lucky, you get Hephaestus or Hephaestos, whatever.
Yep, you get up your ass. What?
Whoa! Basically, it's just a hammer. You get that. You might get a chance of getting the ability from that one when you do your special, which is the uppercut. Oh, here you go.
Let's see your relatives upon Olympus get you out of this.
There's one of those rooms he was talking about. Where he's like, ah, fuck you. This is a timed room. You just gotta. It's basically a timed survival room.
Yeah, it's a bot. It's an enemy that I can use.
Yeah.
Hard mode. Yeah, once you get down your kind of attack pattern with the gauntlets of like that, you know, hit dash, hit dash, hit dash, like or if you dash, and basically what I do is I just thumb the square and the X at the same time and just start fucking just bouncing around the map. Nobody can hit you. So then it's just like you're just an instant fucking just ball of fury, just bashing by punching your face in. Especially if you upgrade it with the blades off from the dash ability.
That's all the time we
have. Those could be really nasty.
Just putting down, you're just putting down blades every which way you go.
Mm-hmm. You got Dionysus. He's got a drink parties. He'll give you hangover, which is basically a poison.
Funny enough, too, you run into like a real life case on all the gods in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Like when you go into the other realm, like the Greek mythology realm. Actually, so if you've played through any of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, it's kind of like even more of like a storybook version of them, but it's kind of funny seeing all the different takes of all the different gods and everything. Like movies and God of War and Assassin's Creed Odyssey and this. I don't know. It's just it's funny the different interpretations of it. Like definitely Hades is always interpreted as like a scrawny little kid that's just running around going, "Hey guys, look at me!"
Oh God.
What else we got here? So, we talked about basically the game design of it being RNG roguelike. The art design is definitely kind of got a cartoonish vibe going on to it,
bookish.
but yeah, comic book would be probably even better. What's it called?
Oh, I missed one.
Let me come back to this in like 3 seconds.
We're talking about the art style.
Yeah. I gotta hit BRB real quick.
Okay. You can see right here, I'm going for the Selector Hearts to give me bonus hit points. Because sometimes it really pays out. And here's Sharon. Of course, he's got 2 different god things. I'm gonna go through Poseidon's. Hermes, I don't really like Hermes too much. Hermes aren't that great. Let's see, your attack special is stronger than the average. Cast damage. Just knocks back foes. Why not? Oh, I'll grab that. I don't have any more nectar to give him. I think if you max him out with nectar, his
Sorry, mate, I mentioned
wares are cheaper.
I'll guess Electo.
And here's the first boss fight. This is where you're going to fight one of the 3 Furies.
I knew it.
If you're no god, you're nothing but a piece of trash.
Each one of them's got a different
Born
attack
into all
pattern
this.
and how they
And
fight.
you don't even want it.
You seem to have me all figured out. And here I thought we were still getting to know each other.
Well, you want to know what I want? Here, I'll show you.
Okay. Sorry. One of the few boss fights.
Yep. I got Electo this time.
I'm thinking probably God. The only one I've
But
really
it's kind of a nice change because I've got been the last like 5-6 runs. I've got the fucking one that's all like murder.
Oh yeah. He's probably the easiest one.
Yeah, she is so easy to cheese because she breaks down the room into just like this 1 second solid section, and it's so fucking easy to cheese her.
She's a slow one. Pretty like she sits in
This
one
one's
spot
stupid and got
a
herself
lot.
stuck on the spikes.
Yeah.
The traps work both directions, by the way.
Yeah, that's one of the things in the main design of it. You have to really watch out for your footing because you can really get spikes up your ass, or you can step on the lava.
There's buttons you can hit
burned,
and fucking triggers, arrows to fire.
certain areas you can end up also getting like stabbed by the statues that are standing there. Like there's a lot of different
up on
things
the
that
3rd floor. Yeah, the
pretty
statues will
much you have
stab you.
to you just have to watch your footing a lot.
Next stop, Asphodel.
Yes, that's a good one.
So for the final like
Explore.
10-15 minutes of this, I think so would you rather see them make a brand new entire game for the next title, or a sequel to
Love
Hades,
that
like
sulfur
Hades
smell.
2?
That's a damn good question. Because, I mean,
Might as well.
theoretically, that's all this game is you're trying to escape here and go out and see your mom and go see your relatives, the gods. So, I mean,
Like, it's almost like this is a one and done. It's almost designed to be a one and done.
yeah,
So
it
then
pretty much is.
What would their
Like,
next... Would they keep going with the RNG roguelike, or would they try and switch up and do something different? Because that is one of the things with Supergiant. They do tend to try and do kind of different stuff. They keep the same kind of art style, but it's very different games. Like Bastion, to me, feels like a different type of a game than this. Like Bastion feels more like it's a regular adventure you're going on. It's a really big story that they're telling and everything, but it's not really RNG. So I'm like, I don't know. I didn't play I think I played like 10-15 minutes of Bastion. Again, I'm not big on the indie stuff, but
yeah. I would say just doing another game. Oh, hello, Death.
Still at it, I see.
I don't normally run into you until the 3rd
You're
floor.
going to get me in a heap of trouble before all this. This won't take long.
if they did another game, what would it be about?
Oh, hell if I know.
Dude, did that hell, you know?
This one's pretty fun because if you can manage to knock the enemies back, or if they're stupid enough to set back on it, you can actually melt them in lava.
What if they followed the Assassin's Creed trend and went with, oh god, not Greek, it's called, oh fuck, what the hell's it called? The one that the Assassin's Creed Valhalla is all over. Oh my god.
It isn't much then, but I...
What is it called? Names! Valkyries and, you know, Thor and all that stuff.
Oh, okay. So you're talking more of the
Norse.
God of War.
There we go.
Latest God of War game. We're not really going
like
Norse.
like-
okay, yes.
yes,
Go Norse
yeah.
with it? Who would you be? Or would you get to pick? Well, maybe you get to pick between Loki and Thor and...
I mean,
You go
Zagreus
through.
is just a made-up character, isn't he?
I told
Huh?
you I don't need your
I
help,
think so.
Thanatos.
I don't
Yeah,
think I've
so
ever
they-
heard his name in
It wasn't being
mythology
offered,
before.
Just happened to be in the area is all.
Player controls Zagreus, son of Hades. Zagreus, sometimes identified with a god worshipped by the followers of the first Dionysus. So, yeah. Son of Zeus, definitely who is... oh, he is real. It is a real person.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Mythological.
Jesus Christ, so much Greek mythology that I went through in high school and shit like that. You figure that name would have popped up, but no, I don't think it ever has. But most of it really hasn't been. It's more of the stories and stuff, you know, like Hercules, and Oedipus, and all those guys.
Yeah. The Rock.
Yeah, how the gods became. You know, Kronos tried to eat him. Zeus didn't. Zeus got away with being,
Conan
being
the
the rock
Barbarian.
and fucking cut him open and fucking let everybody out. And then they went and took down all the Titans and caged them up.
And then fucking,
Better yet, you know, it might even be able to go like even an Egyptian route, like you're trying to escape the Egyptian death.
the gods of the Egyptians. Oh,
You
or
end up fighting like fucking Set or Anubis in the end.
yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I don't know, like I was like thinking, like, which way would they go with this? As far as I know, I'm pretty sure they're still working on this game, so I think they're going to be in this one for the long haul.
I would like
We're
to
gonna
see like I wouldn't say well maybe another level or two, like extra levels, like oh, that was what I was going to show when we were sitting in the room yet. I'll show you something real quick. If you're getting your ass really kicked by this game and you're struggling, there is. I just cranked up the brightness a little bit. God mode. This you can turn it on and off. It doesn't affect your trophies or anything like that. Basically, essentially, every time you die, you get a damage resistance bonus.
Really?
Yeah, I
I've never
think it
actually
stacks
used
up to like 50% or something like that.
I've seen it, and I'm just like, I don't know what that is, but I think it'd make things very easy, and I'm just like,
No, not really.
No? Oh.
No, I really between the two, I really don't notice much of a difference. I mean, but if I turned it off, it'd be a huge difference. These enemies would probably be chunking me. But I've been
Well, maybe you
running
should
it.
show the game without the buff on.
Ooh,
to actually show what the normal gameplay is like.
yeah, we can clear this
God
counter
mode?
and I'll do it.
Just saying, like that's. I forgot that was even in this. So there is an easy mode button for those that don't want to have to do as much grind and just want to.
Okay,
actually
where
just
are
kind
you?
of experience the story.
Like, I start getting near you, and there you go, bastard. Okay.
I'm like, Oh, you know, it'd be a really cool thing on this
Curse of
too.
chaos has been lifted.
Wow. And the developers would probably hate me saying this because it's like it'd be damn near impossible for them to fucking make this happen with a ton of work and effort and funding into it. Hear me out. Hear me out. A VR mode where you're like looking down and it's like a little board game type of situation that Zagreus is running over the top of and whatnot. And then when the gods happen, it's like almost like a virtual like the gods standing in front of you and whatnot. A VR mode for this game could be really cool.
Let me
Could be.
see.
Almost kind of in the way that Moss is on the PSVR.
I don't ever played Moss, sadly.
It's like basically it's like a board game, but it's like a platforming board game where you gotta like you gotta actually manipulate the level to be able to see and get the puzzles of them and everything. I have a copy of it. I might actually have to see it sometime.
Yeah, if you're wondering the price on this game, it was what 25 bucks.
I'll say it's normally 40 bucks, I'm pretty sure it was. Or was it? Wait. I thought it was.
You can see, I'm actually taking some serious fucking damage with that turned off.
Ooh, I can't remember. Wait, did you buy it on sale or did you buy it normal?
I don't think I bought it on sale.
I remember this was cheap, but
One for the stash.
I bought it on
I thought it was like
the
30
Switch
bucks
for like 20
or something
bucks.
like that. Yeah. Okay, so I guess this is like 20 bucks then.
It's like 20, 24 or something like that. Aha, here we go. Hephaestus. He doesn't really, you don't get like this big conversation with him. It's like literally you just walk up to it and you're like, boom. Oh, darn it, I didn't get it. Attack has more range, just 10% more damage. Dash strike pierces poison, does 900% out to armor. I thought it was like 900% damage. Like, ooh!
I will say though, this is probably like as you know, like you're saying, it doesn't handle as well on the Switch. I would say this is probably one of the really good games on the Switch though. It's probably like one of the better ones just because you can pick it up.
I mean, I play the Switch mainly for
the
the turn-based.
Get back in the
Here's the boss.
If you're like, if you have like a long bus ride or something, this would be a great game for that because a lot of times, you know, these runs don't last for more than maybe.
You're talking about maybe a half hour to run, and you
Yeah.
get really good going, and you can make it to the end.
Like you can technically beat the game in like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
But you have to keep beating it over and over and over and over and over. So this is actually the boss fight that is on the front cover of the game. Right here.
Yep. This one's a pain. At first, it is a pain in the ass because you got to do this phase twice. You take a chunk out of them, he summons heads. You take another chunk out of them, he summons heads. Each time, after fighting a few times, it will change. The main head will change what it does. Like right now, it drops little eggs on the ground. If you don't kill them right away, it spawns more enemies. And the other heads that pop up can show you the different abilities that it can gain too. They'll all most of the time they'll be different. I should have waited. Like this one right here does. Okay, the blue one. Okay, the blue one's throwing lava on the ground. There's one where it shoots little purple arrows. There's one where it shoots purple waves. And there's a little egg I was thinking about. And you got the eggs, and you got the one that spits lava balls all over the place. So you gotta watch out for it. What sucks about this floor too is that you can also end up like when you're dashing around and stuff, you're not paying attention to like where you're going. You can end up in lava.
Well, this floor is like not really all in all. Like it looks cool, but so much lava. Like,
Yeah.
like, I'm just trying to grab you. I'm just like, not being hit, and I'm burning my ass.
And each boss gives you a different item.
Good, no more heads.
When you first beat him, I think the first one gives you Titan blood. This guy gives you a diamond, and the third one gives you ambrosia. And you can I just go back over them with each weapon and regain the items. And then once you beat the game, you get modifiers. When you beat the game the first time, you do modifiers. And then you can, depending on the modifier, you can actually get
just what I need.
More of those items. Because you'll need a lot of the Titan's blood to upgrade your weapons, the diamonds to do certain things, and the ambrosia to hit your, like, I think you need that for, like, the final item you give any character to get their, like, hidden trinket.
Pleasant temperature.
So the another thought for their next game. What if you took Hades and you made it a little more like Metroid Dread? So 2D, and you are the 2D side scroller. Still, you can maybe keep the roguelike aspect of it, of different stuff on each run. But then you're doing a little more platforming instead of just...
Oh, so you're talking like, what the Dead Cells.
Well, I mean, Metroid Dread is like the one that everybody's like absolutely fucking loving right now, so playing that game.
I haven't even looked at it.
Which also is like it's like one of Nintendo's biggest selling games right now.
Yes.
Is Metroid Dread. Like that thing is selling Switches.
Yeah, see right here.
But yeah, that's...
I gain 2% health back every time I slay a foe with my special.
I feel like that could be something that could be really cool with the Hades formula. Also, not just the top down, but also like a side-scrolling aspect to it, where it's like in areas, RNG.
Yeah, that's what Dead Cells did. Platforming with RNG and roguelike. I don't know if you ever played Dead Cells.
I played a little bit of it, I think, and I just I'll get into it.
I've cleared it like 3 or 4 times, but you've got to go through it. The fucked up part about Dead Cells, because it's another roguelike, so don't yell at me that I'm not talking about this game for 2 seconds. The thing is with Dead Cells, once you've cleared it once, you actually have to up the difficulty on the game to get the boss cells in order to be able to access a couple different areas and different boss fights in the game, which definitely makes it harder. But again,
can you roll credits without doing that though, or is that just extra?
Oh yeah, you can roll credits without it.
Okay, well that's just extra areas.
Yeah,
so.
you just you beat the King's Guard, you kill the king, and then boom, you get your first boss cell. And that when you spend gold, like after you clear the zone, you get a little room where you can go spend your gold and your cells you pick up and stuff to upgrade your character, unlock blueprints for different weapons you have a chance of getting right off rip. It's a hell of a lot of fun. It definitely was. I don't know if I got it on the PlayStation or not. I know it's on the Switch. Might be on the Xbox. They got a couple DLCs for it too. They do different areas with new bosses.
Olympus.
I've seen indie titles over the years, and every once in a while there was a couple indie titles here and there that captured my attention. A lot of times I'm just like, yeah, it's cool. It's just not really, nothing really draws me in and keeps me wanting to come back for more. But Hades, for whatever reason, they got the formula.
Yep, and it's the bowl.
They got the formula right with Hades.
Yep. 90% of the time on this floor, when you go to the mini boss room, it is the bowl. And you don't actually, like, whoop his ass. You get him down to damn near fucking less than 3/4 of his bar, and then he's like, ding, ding, ding,
Don't spoil
round
it.
over.
Don't give it away and spoil it. Shit.
Well, they're probably gonna see it if I whoop his ass, which I've already fucking got a good head start on that. As soon as I power up my thing, it's probably fucked.
Yes, we talked about game design, we talked about audio design. Again, big shout out to the soundtrack on this. It actually sounds really good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of tracks on here that just keep you just wanting to rock out.
You know who I did run into in...
Every time the main theme kicks in, it's like, damn.
Yep.
I yield. You were a worthy challenge.
Oh, dude, I should have recorded it. I didn't kill anybody with it, but it would fucking even better than the anvil. I found a bell in Chivalry and was chucking it at people. Every time you hit it with it went dong.
This needs more cowbell.
Lord Zeus and Uncle.
Oh, dude, if I can find the bell again and do that, I'll give you a fucking video of me just chucking it and just get the audio clip from that. Like, you know what I need? I got a disease. That's all I want a cure for it. You know what that cure is? Dong! More cowbell!
So we hit the hour mark on Hades. So we want to do a recap?
Sure.
See, wow, this is the first time. Usually I'm the one who's always going over the time limit. This time it's you. So yeah, like I said, graphics have a different, definitely an art style to them. The game handles very tight. It's very smooth on the controls, very tight controlling. So you don't have to worry about it being like a lag on the controls or anything.
I'm also
very easily.
I went and bought the stick extenders for my controller. So honestly, in my opinion, it feels like I got better control over situations where I gotta have tight controls. I will say that.
I've gone for 15 years saying that those sticks don't do shit. So I will be on that mountainside.
It feels there's definitely more solid grip. I mean, theoretically, if I could just rip the grips off the top of these and stick them onto my sticks, I would probably enjoy that a little bit better than having the extension on the sticks.
Yeah, because the extension literally doesn't do anything to sticks. It's just a grip top.
You're my good boy. Yes, you are.
And again, and like I will 100% say that too. Is like PlayStation controller does not have good analog sticks on them. Like the stick tops are not that great. Again, Sony fanboy over here, but I will say that
Speaking of which,
the PlayStation needs to fix the damn stick tops. Nintendo has way too short sticks. They have little nub sticks.
You can see right there, I talked Service enough to unlock the next section of the hearts. Oh, that's when you give them ambrosia.
That's right, boy. Ambrosia just for you.
So yeah,
Pretty
like
much every creature, living or dead,
all
does.
these different characters, everybody voice acted, voiceover, whatever. So it's not like you have to read everything. There's actually great voiceover on everything, or every character, I should say. You never know who you're going to run into next. Again, R&D aspect of it. Different forms of currency, so it just keeps you wanting to keep doing more and more runs. I mean, again, highly recommend for the low price point that this is too. All the stuff that it has into it, to where you can jump in, just keep doing more and more stuff, and more things keep unlocking. You know, for $25, whatever it is right now, especially if you get on sale for like 10, you got hours worth of content in this. So it's highly highly
Enough to
worth
make the
it.
lounge a little more presentable until Cerberus
And for
runs it
me,
again.
being like, I don't like top-down games. I
cleared
don't
the
really
mess
get
you
into
caused.
indie games too much. Like, for whatever reason, this game just does it.
Prices are a little
Like,
steep there,
it's
I
a
must
lot
say.
of fun. So for me, it's like, you
But
know,
that was then.
if I like
You're
it,
No.
there's something good in there.
Nix isn't
I'm more of a
around.
platformy, very cinematic kind of, like a Dark Souls is my type of a thing. And there was a lot of people calling this like a Dark Souls kind of game. I'm just like, not really. It's got Dark Souls elements in there, but it's a roguelike.
I can't say bullet hell. I mean, there's a couple rooms that are like that. You saw that one mini boss fight with the witch's coven. That is definitely a bullet hell fight.
To
I'm not
me, I
gonna
was
lie
just
there.
like this because at first, to me, I was just like, oh, it's a Diablo game.
Ouch.
I'm like, it's Diablo Baldur's Gate.
Diablo's just a
Like-
fucking point and click hack and slash.
Yeah. Well, I mean, technically this is too. It's just it's got a really good gameplay loop to it, and with a lot of good story.
Most
written in.
roguelites
If you take out the story,
if you like roguelite games, I would
Yeah.
suggest definitely picking this game up and giving it a try. It's a ton
if
of
you ever
fun.
play
It's
anything like a
for
Returnal or something too, then it's got that same kind of gameplay loop to it.
but
Which
yeah,
I think we said that like 3 times over again, but
yeah. Would you buy it? Hell yeah, I did. I bought it twice.
I got a copy of it on PC. I got a copy of it on the PlayStation. It's,
See, so
you know,
we
it's
both
well
bought it
worth
twice. I would give it for a roguelike, I would give it a solid 10 out of 10. I mean, it's right up there with like Binding of Isaac in my book. I mean, Binding of Isaac's pretty fun too.
I don't think I could give it a number ring, just a high recommendation, because I don't play too many indie games. I have nothing to really compare it to in personal experience of anything.
Yeah.
Like it's just like I said, best I can do is I give it a high recommendation, in that somebody who doesn't like indie games as much and like top down games, I am enjoying the shit out of Hades. So that's gonna tell you something. That there's something there for everyone. That's pretty good that they can rope somebody like me that usually steers clear games like this. It ropes me and gets me actually wanting to come back for more, and on 2 different save files and restart the whole game all over again.
Oh yeah, and you get codex too, so you can go through and you can check like where you've been. It basically gives you a lot of background information on everything.
And there is a platinum on the PlayStation.
Oh yeah, there is a platinum. Yeah.
There is a
Fuck
platinum.
that platinum. Oh my god. Speaking of platinums, I'll talk to you about that after we end this.
So, do we have a plan on what the next game talk is going to be? And when you might actually want... Well, maybe we shouldn't say when. Just say it's coming soon-ish, maybe.
Coming
possibly
soon-ish. I mean, I can easily do one on Dishonored. Like I've technically already beat that game.
Yeah, but when you're going to do it, that's the problem. Because it took you,
I can
3
do it
months
later.
to do...
We can do it later today, as long as the internet keeps up. That way I can get some more gameplay footage in on it.
So maybe Dishonored. I think we could easily do on Guardians of the Galaxy. That would be that'd be a great one. To
Beat
do
it yet, but I mean, as much as I've played of it, yeah.
Wait, you haven't beat it yet?
No, I left off. I just
Oh,
got done
that's right.
talking to
I was-
the fucking
I was-
Russian Fido there, and fucking was going through this
Sorry,
giant gate.
I thought I watched you beat it. I watched somebody else on Twitch beat it. My bad.
No, like
I watched
I'm probably not even halfway through the game yet.
I was in dude chat when I watched that.
Yeah,
That's
look,
right.
I didn't even see you beat it yet. I was watching one of your streams. You were talking about I'm gonna beat this, and then fucking you didn't. I don't think.
Yeah, it was because it's a very long game, and the ending, the last 2 hours, I was like, okay, I gotta get going, and I really wanted to be, and then I came back for another 2 hour stream. And
we could do one on Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. Sit here for an hour watching me repair cars.
It could be a very
Compare
good one,
it to
again,
2018 I mean,
simulator games. You know, we were actually thinking about doing a game talk overall of like simulators and like over dramatized tech demos that are pretend to be games and everything.
I don't really have
simulator,
anything that's
Car Sim 21 is.
I don't have anything
is
that's
a
like an
good
over
example of it.
glorified tech demo anymore. I mean, there's that
Well-
one that he who shall not be named on the stream picked up and we were playing with the people in Sweden, and the robots were taking over.
Oh god.
Yeah, that was fucking boring.
I think Car Sim is kind of one of those games, but it does it right. So I think that'd be a good.
Actually, I might be able to do it on 7 Days to Die.
Because Car Mechanic isn't
7 Days
really
to Die
a game.
definitely
It's a
feels like
simulator.
one of those fucking tech demos.
But anyways, we probably are going to have a game talk coming up, something similar to that. I guess we're going
Later
to do
today? Yeah, I might as well do it later today.
And
then we got Let's Talk. That again we can't. Hopefully we might be doing it. If we can talk them into it after this. About the difference between remakes and remasters.
Yeah, so we're going.
We
I'm gonna
can't.
basically.
You just can't overly stress that enough.
Video. I'm doing a follow-up video on Let's Talk that I did before, but we're doing it with a full-on conversation.
Yeah.
So go and check out my YouTube channel if you want to see the original video of it, and then we'll have a follow-up video to that of because we've had a few more remasters and remakes come out since I made that video. Like last year, I made that video, and
people are still confused.
It's
like I saw the conversation going on in your chat about when you're doing the GTA trilogy.
It's a marketing problem. We'll get into that though. We'll get into that into a video.
Must have missed Achilles.
So, anyways, I think we should wrap this up. And
that'll do. So this is
Hades.
Yeah, game talk on Hades. Love it or hate it, I don't care. Because roguelike indie games are very niche. Bang bang. Sam pops in at the last second. You missed all the fun. Yeah, that was definitely a wrap. I enjoy it. It's definitely worth it for the little bit of cash that you're paying for it. It's hours of fun. Sleep.
You were sleeping on the stream, okay? We were streaming.
Jesus.
We were doing a good time. You were sleeping on this stream.
Well,
okay.
better check out Warwu1f here after this one, because we're gonna be doing another little chit chat. Here probably next.
It'll be over on YouTube though.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a video coming out of the layer.
Oh, you're not going to record it live?
No. It's a Let's Talk. We'll just record and edit and everything.
Okay. Yeah. But
the planning process live on stream. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about my stream earlier. I gave up. My internet kept dropping. I got really a crappy Wi-Fi signal here. I'm gonna try to keep up with it. If anything, I'll just cut videos.
He almost has an upload.
Yeah, I mean, if Wolf went into my stuff, I could probably do it, and then just have Wolf go in and fucking hash it all together and throw it up there for me.
Yeah.
That'd be really easy. All you gotta do is take the videos, download them, and piece them together.
Yeah, I mean, it just take time, but
yeah,
it's easy.
Yeah. All right. But yeah. So you guys know the drill. You can catch me, Frostbite, on Twitch and Twitter at Frost_Bite84, and on the YouTube at Frostbite. And Warwu1f, you can go ahead and take it there for yours.
Yes, you can catch me on everything at Warwu1f. You can catch me on Twitch. I don't really use Twitter that much, but definitely Twitch and YouTube at Warwu1f. Definitely just type the name in and it should pop right up. One for the L, and there you go. You'll know it's my channel because there'll be a ton of content on there. So yeah, this has been Hades. So we'll come back with another one. Go and check out my YouTube channel. We'll have a brand new Let's Talk. Let's Talk is a series I do over on my YouTube channel. We're going to extend it out. So the regular podcast that we had planned before, we're canceling that out. We're just going to make it extended Let's Talks. And,
that ship sunk.
because somebody couldn't get a schedule on.
Oh,
set,
I'm
so,
sorry.
right.
Well,
Yep, this guy.
that's
fucking
what.
guy.
Yeah, we're
Fucking
just
guy.
scratching that. We're gonna keep it the game between game talks and let's talks.
Yep. 2 podcasts, I think, is enough.
Yeah, and then we're gonna have your music channel, and possibly next year, beginning of next year, I'm hoping before March. Well, it might take me longer than that to pick up a
Don't make
pick
any
up
promises.
guitar, like to pick up how to play.
See.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see how long it takes them to first get one and then learn it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'm a good teacher. I don't know.
Yeah, hopefully.
But anyways, yeah, that's. I think that's going to do it. That's the wrap up. So, anyways, my thing is thanks for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.
Yep, and you know me, guys. Till next time, stay frosty.